So I took the old GS into BMW local dealer in Wolverhampton to be serviced. I've been doing it myself for the last couple of years, but decided I'd take it in this time, get it done by them, partly so I can get the dashboard warning reset. I also need an MOT as well, so it just seemed easier every once in a while to get BMW to do it. No problems at all. They, except for the brake pads, they noticed that the brake pads in the back were getting close to the limit, so they replaced those. Otherwise, it sailed through the MOT, which is good. But one thing that did surprise me is they announced that they were going to change the Cardan shaft, which they came completely out of the blue to me. But it does seem that there is a problem with the shafts on these GSs. Everything's still pretty dirty. It's pouring with rain when I took it in. I say it's all still very dirty. But yeah, I say they've obviously taken the swing arm off and replaced the Cardan shaft. But it seems to be down to water ingress. Having read it up online, there is an issue with water getting into these, and apparently it can corrode the Cardan shaft, presumably to the point where it could fail. I haven't heard of any failures, but I guess BMW just being cautious. It's not a recall, apparently, not an official recall in the legal sense, but BMW obviously elected to change them free of charge anyway on bikes where it is suspected that there may be an issue on developing. So what they've done, by looks of it, this boot looks to be the original. So I don't think they've replaced that. But the one on the front here, this definitely looks new. So I think they've replaced that boot. And the other thing that they seem to do on this particular upgrade, I suppose, or whatever, is to fit a little drain valve down here. I don't know how well you can see that, but I think they've drilled a hole into the underside of the swing arm and inserted this little rubber drain, which is like a one-way valve. So I assume if there is any water build-up, it's got somewhere to go and can drain out, and therefore not corrode the Cardan shaft. So that seems to be the extent of the upgrade, as it were. So this bike is nearly 10 years old, and it's done 35,000 miles, I think. And they just said they're going to change it. I've heard other reports, people saying that they need to test the shaft in some way, or the rear swing arm in some way, before deciding whether or not they can replace the Cardan shaft. I said there's no sign of any testing going on in my case, but I guess they could potentially take the boot back and just have a peep inside and see whether there's any corrosion on the Cardan shaft. But so there are reports of testing being necessary before they decide whether to go ahead. I can't imagine what that testing might be, I say, apart from perhaps just inspecting it for rust and maybe looking at the mileage and so on and the age of the bike. But if anybody knows better as to what tests they might perform and what the criteria are for deciding whether or not to change it, that'd be interesting to know. Maybe stick it in the comments. Anyway, that's my experience, and everything seems to be fine now. I'm quite happy that they've changed it, and hopefully you won't get any other problems arising from that. Thanks for watching.